Hi Cancer, this is going to be your art channeled message. I channel messages through art, creativity. I really hope my messages inspire you to see the art within yourself, within your journey, and within everything around you, because everything is artistic, everything is symbolic, and we all start from zero, which is a blank canvas. If you'd like a personal reading, all that's down below. And lastly, there's no rules here, so this is definitely meant for you. All of my messages are timeless. And there's the overall art and the underlying art. There's a reason I describe it rather than show it, because what's so special about my messages and my art is it always starts from scratch and sort of comes together, even when I don't expect one thing to look like another or two things to look like one big thing. Same goes with my messages. There's so many subliminals, so many like special things about it. So stay tuned. What I started drawing for you was a fox silhouette that resembles a swan with how it twists its neck to the left, even though its body is facing right. It's very graceful. I'm even seeing the scenario of like how a person looks down or takes those off-guard photos that technically aren't off-guard photos. It just looks like it. I'm hearing Swiper the fox. He always had a plan, but the fox in my drawing appears graceful, like it doesn't plan on doing a thing. I'm even seeing this alludes to bluff. I also just heard something will not go exactly according to plan. It catches you off guard, but you still low-key knew about it. Lastly, I'm really drawn to how Swiper's plan rarely ever pulls through. He could never steal because they saw him do it. It's like, hey, you, stop it. And eventually he slowly sort of backed away. It's funny, but that's what I'm seeing. It only looks off guard. I'm literally seeing in my head a person that looks aloof or maybe looks like they're listening to music, but they're actually listening to the entire conversation going on behind them or something. That's what this is. Additionally, Cancer, I feel like you will get wind of information by being perhaps off guard in your own world. The fox being a silhouette resembles one being there without actually being present or tapped in. Like a shadow. Like, oh, they're standing there, but they're not actually paying attention. They can't see us. It's just a shadow. I'm even saying the shadow equates to like this while you were away thing. I'm saying that in three ways. I'm seeing that as a person not being completely there, but they're listening, kind of like what I just said. But I'm also seeing this resembles another person. Something is all bluff, or something is designed to stir up or instill fear to cause other people to work harder. I'm even seeing this alludes to while you're away or while someone is away. It's like looking out for someone, or maybe you overhear something, and it's like, what does your heart say to do? I feel like you overhearing something is going to instill or cause you great pain when you hear it, or when you get wind of it. And even getting with the 10 of Wands, it's like, oh my god, I was better off not hearing that. I was better off not knowing, because now what should I do? There's also this element here of something being out in the open, or something being done in front of everybody. Something being given to a person in front of everybody. It's giving on the spot. Even over here, the Six of Pentacles, this person gets nothing, this one gets everything. And before I continue, the reason I spread it out and didn't do it on camera is because I used to do it this way when I first started my channel. And also I paused it because I wanted to change the my camera angle and everything. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna lay them out, and I feel like more organized this way, so that's why. So yeah. It's like to pick up on activity, you must act aloof or not present, as well as like while you're away could also feel like a shadow standing in for someone to get wind of what you can't see. There's so many things going on. So it's like the art theme here is you witness the most when you act aloof. You don't necessarily have to be gone. More like you're there in shadow. And this is where the bluff comes in. This is where the mind fuck comes in, because that's what it feels like. It's like getting the scenario of you or like someone like overhearing something, because that's the trick. Like people like gossip, or people like unveiling things and passing it on to other people to let them know. It's kind of like something that's said out in the open, but it looks like you picked up on it while being aloof, or it looks like you're not supposed to hear it. And it's like, oh, I hear someone's going to get fired, but it's only going to be one of us. Or I hear only one person's going to get the raise. And I was also getting, it was like something's going to be done out in the open, which will then what? Trigger animosity towards the person that gets it, even though that's what they were trying to do. It's kind of like putting everyone against each other. That's how I'm seeing the Three of Swords. Causes great pain, or overhearing something causes great disappointment for someone else or just everybody around. And I'm even seeing the world again as like, once again, acting aloof. You're in your own world. I even said that, so I was surprised that this actually came out as the first card. You're in your own world. I'm even saying that equates to like you're always the one minding your own business. That's why no one expects this out of you, but you're still going to pass it on. It's kind of like heart over mind, or it's like valuing other people's well-being over yourself for once, and that's like really, that's sometimes hard to do. Because it could risk other things, but you don't care. And once again, I'm literally saying something is designed to cause people to stress out, or to instill some type of fear, like, okay, I'm gonna work harder, I'm gonna do this. But it's like, I'm getting the vision of gambling, or everyone putting their money in, putting their coins in at the casino. But there's a very low probability that you're going to get anything back for it. Reminds me of the saying, it's like working for someone else, or doing all of this is like abandoning your own dreams and goals. You're only continuing to help someone else get richer, or helping someone else get away with what they're already getting away with. Kind of reminds me of these CEOs and billionaires that treat their employees like shit. Gives me that vibe, even if this doesn't have to be a work situation. That's the scenario I'm getting, that's the theme. Twist it however you would like. But this feels like triangulation to me. Everyone calls this the third party, but with like intuition, I'm seeing this as like everything affecting each person. And have you noticed in this card, like everyone looks calm, cool, and collected, and then underneath the Six of Pentacles, the line is flipping out. Like it just got wind of something, and it outside, or so they think. They're supposed to hear it. It was supposed to be done in front of everybody. Something's done to get, it's like reverse psychology. How will this person feel? Will this person want to work harder if I give it to them instead of them, or over them? Like, no one here is treated as equals. There's no equality, and I don't like that. Something is not fair or even. I feel like this is going to be relevant very soon with what I said about like while you were away. Some people being left in the dark, some people not. You listening, even though you're always that person that minds your own business, even though you're kind of seen as aloof, maybe that even means like stupid, but really you're just graceful, like the swan, like the fox. But it's like you can play just as bad, I want to say. It's like act aloof, mirror it, act the same way to pick up on the most, or to witness the most. And that's why it's like you're very important here. It's kind of like you have a duty. Wow. And even getting this could allude to hearing something that's going to happen. It's like everyone knows one person's going to get laid off, or everyone knows one person is going to have this happen, and it's like, but everyone knows but them. left in the dark, left in the shadow. And have you noticed too, like the world here looks exactly like my drawing with the fox, like looking down, looking graceful, kind of like a swan puts its head down. It's like I don't see a thing. And she's barely wearing any clothes. Just like I said, the shadows like barely being there. But little do they know, you're going to do something about it, which then leads to the same pain being handed back. Interesting. To pick up on sneaky stuff, you kind of have to be sneaky or play the part. And usually when that behavior is done to someone else, it happens right back. So that's kind of, goes all the way around. Okay, Cancer, that's it. That's the end of this art channeled message. I think I like this setup, like the way I used to do, because I feel like I can just like look at everything and really like peacefully like use my intuition, take my time. So moral of the story here is, it's like you're always tapped in, even when you don't look like it. You're off in your own world, but really off in your own world really means it's like I'm in tune to the world. I see it all. And I keep getting that saying in my head. It's like working for someone else is kind of like abandoning your dreams and going towards theirs. I want you to really take that into consideration. Or it's like saving someone's butt and letting that happen to another. It's like what's the right thing to do? Use your heart. Because I feel like a lot of people here struggle to do that. Or at least be aware of what's going on. Because it feels like something's designed to just pit everyone against each other or make everyone do what? It's like gambling. Gambling everything away in hopes to get something back but you never do. Hey Cancer, I think I already said this, but please like, subscribe, support the channel any way you can. I'd really, really, really appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up. And yeah, bye.